What time is it?
9:26. It's close to 11.
Is it a state of something?
You guys gotta make it such a big deal.
I know.
Yes, we do.
Well,
Shut up.
before we start, who was in the tournament today?
Hey!
Hands up. All right.
Yay.
What's your placements?
I have no idea.
You know?
That means you lost.
I lost to this guy.
I managed to get first. All right. So that's done with. Because we do this every time after the whole tournament thing. So sometimes you want to know like who's been playing and like what the placement was, or like like what were you playing today?
I was playing Overlord.
Yeah,
Overlord?
the purge.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's like I actually have it recorded, so you get to see that. So yes. What are you playing?
I was playing Squishy Aliens, aka the Messiahs.
And I played you as well, so you guys will be seeing that later. And you were in the tournament, right?
Yep.
But you're still playing about Oracle thing.
We're big things of Shadow Paladins.
He's trying to get my values.
I'm trying to get values. Garbage. You gotta fix that thing up.
Wait, did you have a complete deck?
Yeah, but it's garbage.
Is
You
it
need to
garbage?
fix it up.
Hold up. This boy is struggling to get values. I'm like, well, I have the complete deck. This is the same equivalent of someone's like, here's Start of Each Child, here's the Sarah. It's got mayo on it.
Exactly. Got mayo on it.
Alright, so.
And I played the dirtiest deck of all.
Well, it's not dirty, it's fair.
It's fair because it's always the skin of my teeth type deal.
Well, I never knew they fixed that. That's actually really nice that they did fix that.
How do you feel about that? 4 damage, all triggers.
I was a little surprised that happened, but I kind of thought that there's a chance of that happening, but that happening, 4 damage, all triggers, negated the fact that I made your bank.
Okay, but all right, getting off track.
Right,
Let's
so
start with roll call.
Corey.
We got it in our recorder right
I
here.
am Dr. G.
Yeah.
My nation that I represent is Cray Elemental and Voorhees.
Of course.
But
So mostly Angel Feather, United Sanctuary, basically, folks.
no, everybody.
That is the only place that has ponies, Pegasus, and unicorns, and you know this.
I have those next.
Me, Revolver, Summer. That's right. Put the Summer at there. Put respect on my name.
Whatever. I ain't calling you senpai at night.
I didn't ask you to.
No, but you're wishing it.
Yes. Are you?
Got me, the true Sama, playmaker Sama.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Alright.
And me, as you know, as I am the traitor. The whole gimmick is I love being the villain or playing decks that seem kind of villainy.
Oh, is that
That is literally my gimmick. I always want to see the bad guys win. And we got a surprise guest.
Unfortunately, the professor, the mixed master professor, the great nature professor couldn't be here today. So we got my man, the water boy.
The water boy.
Water boy.
Water boy.
Well, say hi. Don't be shy.
Oh, wait, it's not the water boy. I'm always last.
Well, that's because you're the special guest, so you have to last first. So all of us first.
Okay.
All right, so we gonna reveal
All right,
who we
so
are.
Yeah.
stand up.
Real our nations.
I am still a creepy alien with my creepy alien bro. What's up, bro? What's up, man?
Wait, I need a better.
I'm still the wizard.
Whoa!
Okay, we're back.
Well, so sorry about that.
Things always happen here.
Unlike everyone else, I kind of brought somebody with me as well. I brought myself from the past.
His son. Practically his son.
I have questions, but I don't want to answer them because I'm afraid of the answers.
You ever see Futurama?
Yes. But once again, I'm still afraid.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. I'm this alien right
Snap.
So let's get right into topics, folks.
now. Alright, what is it?
Hold up, time out.
What do you want?
Just
No, man, hold up. This is
I'm a little distracted by that.
me and the doctor both agreed. This dog is adorable. That dog is adorable.
That's not what I.
It is adorable. That dog is in your pocket 24/7.
Yes.
Alrighty then, I guess I've been outvoted, so
Let's start with that first topic.
alright, first topic.
The community.
Community.
Community. All right, so
You mean the TP show?
no.
The Vanguard community.
You guys set that shit up, man.
I know we did.
So
Still garbage.
Hey.
So, I guess we can kind of get the elephant out of the room right now. can say,
Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta stand up and take it out. My elbow.
Damn it!
this is why I can't work with
to
you
it.
people. But let's be serious here. The community.
It sucks.
Are we talking about the online community?
No,
just
fuck
community.
the online community.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about the overall, you guys or anybody going to, not really your local shop because you kind of know the atmosphere, really upper tournaments, I guess you could say, regionals and everything. A lot of us here don't go to regionals for certain reasons.
Time, really. Time.
Not even that, really bad experiences, and sadly, as the internet knows them, assholes or trolls, pardon my blue coloring, but let's be honest here. If you get something stolen up there, you really just want to quit the game a lot of times.
Yeah, true.
Especially it's one of your friends who know they don't
Bushy
deserve
Road
that.
hasn't had the best track record when it comes to running their tournament.
Oh, you have no idea. So, for people who may not know this, because of the ZRs coming out, and I explained this to some people, there's technically a new ruling. If you're at these tournaments now, when you go into a ZR and the opponent still survives that ZR turn, technically the judge is supposed to take away your entire G deck. And we all know here in American states, you will rip a man's arm off before they even touch that, because that is where most of your money is.
Yep.
That is true.
Really?
Yes,
The
that
judge will have
Japan
to
is
take it.
the OCG is already imprinted in OCG. A judge, if you're in those tournaments, a judge is going to take away your G deck, so you cannot do it. That is literally a thing. And Japan, they're okay with that because the judges over there, they don't mess around. They put it off to the side and they look at the game and stay there. Where the American states, where you have a question real quick, and there's only two judges judging 80 people at a time.
No, you can't do that, man. If it's just two judges and like 80 people, they're taking people's decks. Get out of here.
What's just the whole deal of cracking your deck case open, putting it in there, and just putting it in your bag or setting it off to the side if you really had to go to that?
That would make way more sense.
Yeah, instead of them taking it. I mean, you can't use. You mean technically you can't use their friggin' G anyway. So what's the? So
I don't know. It's literally Bushiroad thinking this is a clever idea. Honestly, never played in American states, and
yeah,
you don't know how these
people get
act.
robbed. Bushy Road, people get robbed down here, and not just like stealthily robbing people out like while your back is turned, they'll take your deck. People rob.
What was that? That was
gunpoint, knife point.
no. Well,
that's Yu-Gi-Oh.
gunpoint has never happened.
No,
Firearms
not
have
been to enough regions.
Yeah, you're right.
Firearms have never happened. I have never heard of a guy being held up at firearm.
But knife though, right?
Oh,
No.
you haven't been to Philadelphia then?
No, you haven't been to AC during a Magic tournament. Because let me tell you something. That's when people literally carry self-defense weaponry because they're carrying a couple $1,000s worth of stuff. And that's light. On their vintage binders, that's easily, for a seasonal player,
man.
that's like $20,000.
You gotta talk about the ignorant fools.
But we're not talking about those games. We're gonna go back to this.
Right. So what's up with the community? Thing?
Well, I guess we can all say that in the community, and no matter where you go, you're always gonna have people not really taking shit, which you should always be cautious of where your material is.
Yeah.
But it really is the people who can't have a simple, calm debate.
Talking about assholes.
Yeah, as we pointed out on the first episode, read your cards.
Wait.
Remember that, kids.
Trying to talk about me.
Yes, you.
Yes, you.
I mean, reading cards or being an asshole.
No, both.
cards.
Well, maybe both.
Yes. That's 2 for 2, people.
Whichever comes first.
We're trying to get to the 3. We'll get to that in a minute.
It's generally reading.
My goodness. Is it nudity? Because I can be number 3.
Please don't whip it out. Please don't whip it out with the game.
I mean,
I'm
well,
gonna have to.
Yeah, we got people watching.
They ain't watching me.
They can't watch because all they see is our hands.
Yeah.
Our hands are naked all the time.
Why do you think these two don't have their hands up? Yeah, exactly. Let them wander your mind for a moment. But
I mean, I can tell you where my hands are, but I'd be lying. They're on the table. So, well, one is.
No.
Underneath it. It's not doing what you think. Damn nasty perverts.
What? Up your butt?
Ew.
Flip.
all Alright, hold on. So we're getting sidetracked. We're getting
Focus
sidetracked.
back to community.
You're the ones that are doing this. God darn it.
Don't blame me.
It's just too easy.
I am a victim.
Back to the point of the community, what I'm trying to say is, with debating, is there are people who we most likely met or played against where they can't simply calm down and have a regional explanation or a regional comment and just say, hey, can you do that? And just having a debate. Like when I was playing against the doctor, is I didn't know that this name changed.
Oh, you mean
he told me the errata did happen. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
Instead of it being gray like the color, it's gree.
Right.
G-E-I-R?
It's a G-R-E-I.
Okay, that's how you spell it.
So if anyone doesn't know, like you did.
I did not know.
So if anyone like Trader didn't know, the gray end here is spelled with is supposed to be spelled with an I, not a Y. So it can synergize with
the gray too that can stand him back up.
It can synergize with this one. This broken piece of card. And then you even during our match, you did ask, wait a minute, you can't use this with this
because I've seen people talk about it on Facebook pages and everything.
Yeah,
I thought like, oh, that's kind of a waste. That's a shame that they'll let a card go like that.
I actually thought the same thing too, but then I looked it up and then I was like looking at the wiki.
Once again, thanks Bushiroad or fucking America.
Yeah,
No,
I was actually
again, speaking of erratas, because just to clarify, erratas, even though this is nothing to do with community, this is kind of off topic, but since we're on the top of erratas, the crit trigger, the paradigm crit
shift.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been errata. It's not an auto. It's an act.
Which one is that?
The returning crit trigger.
Okay, so are all of them gonna get that now?
It's
Is it already done?
It's already been said that it's an act, not an auto.
Okay, so
even if you have the auto and you still play it, you don't have to do it. You could literally play it, wait till next turn, until your opponent has something in the background lock it, and then send it back.
What? Wait a minute. It was always an auto? I always assumed it was an act.
No, it was written as
the
skill text was always an auto.
It was auto, but they errated it.
So is all of them going to get that? Because I know there's about 4 or 3 of them out there with the same ability. There's one for Pale Moon, Link Joker, and I think there's one more.
As far as I know, it's the only one that's got errated.
So far, okay. That's actually
because the one
because that isn't.
If you talk about the stand trigger for Pale Moon,
no. There's a crit trigger for Silver Thorns that has the same effect.
No, you mean just put it onto the field?
Where you put it on the field, then you shove something into soul, it goes back to deck. Or no, you call something out of soul, then this goes back to deck.
Because there are a bunch of cards out there.
Well, they most likely errating this one because people are probably asking, hey, is this right? Or hey, can I do this?
Right.
But back to the point is basic community is I feel like a lot of games just die because of how the community is, and not really just.
And the fact is, we're talking about this errata, it kind of does tie into the community because if you don't read your cards and you ask questions about it, and usually your opponent, if they're toxic, a toxic person, you know what I mean by toxic, they'll say, oh no, you can't do that, and then when you call a judge and they say that, their anger towards the game, like they get upset because it was.
Well, that's what I was saying before. They can't just simply hey, can you do that? And just have a calm debate about it.
No, yeah.
People really have to pick up a chair and start throwing and yelling.
I like to say it sounds like a good time.
Yeah, Vince, I saw you do that last Tuesday at the bar.
That was a good time.
No, it wasn't.
Well, was he banned or no?
No. It was weird too.
People allowed it. That's the strange part.
I think he stabbed the babies at some point.
What the flip?
It's a bar.
But basically, that's kind of what we want to really talk about. Community is.
Well,
people, stop being assholes. Be human, for God's sake. Just be a normal human being.
In all honesty, if you take the moment, like to read your cards, ask questions, talk about it, you truly begin to enjoy this game. Win or
a lot
lose.
more. You will.
And you still get hurt and a little salty when you lose, but when you talk to your opponent, you learn cards. The game becomes a lot more fun. Because if you've seen a lot of the Doctor's old videos where it's like one game left in the tournament, or or the round, everyone around the crowds around
Starts freaking
then
out.
it starts freaking out. It's because we're all truly enjoying the game, whether the person wins or loses. Everyone's having fun.
For how most of you guys might see like tournament videos. Granted, I know they're in a separate area and everything, but when you see the videos of most people watching that match going on in a separate area out of privacy, they don't show enthusiasm. Not really. The only people that really do would be the teammates, I would say, which is fine. You cheer on your teammate. Understand that, but
sometimes you just gotta.
the point is be respectful, show kindness, and have an open mind where you can accept new information in as much as you can let old information go. What that means is accept the new. You don't need to truly embrace it, but just take it over. Just let it sink in for a little bit.
Well, what do you say, Waterboy? Have you been encountering toxic people lately? Besides me.
Deagle.
Well, you're obvious. Well, you're obvious.
Roll!
But I've never really seen anyone being toxic. Everyone is playing fair, and everyone's just trying to have a little bit of fun.
Alright.
Don't lie, you're playing Feathers. You're playing Resist on deck now. Don't you lie.
It's cool. It's cool.
Hey, let me tell you something. The Vanguard doesn't have resist.
Let me hold up.
Hey
Give me a
man,
second.
listen.
Let me call my homie.
Aquaforce
Talk about.
got something right. They gave the most important part of their whole thing, protection, their rear guards.
Hold up. Let me call my homie.
Oh,
Talk.
that is true.
Let me call the homie.
Except for
The homie.
yes, except for this.
Didn't you lose today with that though?
I was 2-2. Unfortunately. Shut up.
That's a loss.
Shut your face.
Well, hold on. That's not a loss. That's neutral. That's zero. That's neutral.
I deleted his Vanguard.
Besides,
He's still lost.
besides,
You could say you deleted his future earnings.
No, I think I just say. I think you said like I deleted his ambitions.
No, that's even worse.
in all honesty, today was just it was a test run.
It was a test run?
It was a test
We say that test run was successful though.
It was. It really was.
Okay, hold on. So what you get? So it's all just like you think people. There's like everybody here is like just alright.
Yeah.
We're regulars, guys. We don't go to regionals. The only time that I would go to regionals is I want to finish this, or they might have something up there, and I'll go. But I don't make this games like, dude, that's quick. You 2 triggers. It's a game. You guys gotta understand, Vanguard is like, and most people can agree with me, 80% luck majority of the time of hitting triggers.
Yes.
That is true.
All right, so
No,
let's
okay,
get.
hold on. Did you remember that one guy I thought who was playing Paladins? The guy who was playing
Are you talking about? You talking about
Dr.
confusion?
Eggman too?
You talk about Dr.
Oh,
Confusion?
well, that's. Well, I guess we can go into it because of community. So we're not gonna shoot any names out.
Because first of all, we don't even know his name.
Yeah,
I know his name. I'm not gonna point fingers, but to lay something out on the ground here is when we had the Serious Shop tournament up here, which we probably never gonna get no. There was a match going on, which I was one of the judges, where a gentleman was playing Messiah. He was not on Messiah, he was on the other grade 3 at the time, which was the Dragon.
Freeze ray.
Freeze Ray, who was on Freeze Ray. He strode into a Messiah. Then when the Vanguard Messiah / Freeze Ray attacked, he used the critical trigger skill to go in soul, draw a card. The guy said, stop, you can't do that. I came over to see what was going on. He told me he can't do that, he doesn't have a Messiah. I told him, why do you say so? He was convinced that he didn't have a Messiah. I pointed to his stride unit, it was a Messiah. He tried to twist my words to the point where the stride unit still doesn't count as Messiah, even though in the rulings it states it takes both namesakes with it.
Rule sharking.
So because it is a Messiah, even though he strode on top of a Freeze Ray, the trigger will still activate. Because he was angry because he was playing Alt Mile and he only forced to go himself to go to Brave to try to kill game. He did not kill the opponent, and because he was only left with 3 cards in hand, he wanted to mitigate his opponent.
Alright, look. It's very clear that the freaking stride thing is that it
It's not
takes,
even.
It takes all the whole.
It's not even that.
It's not even.
his whole attitude.
It was
Exactly.
his attitude.
That day.
Instead
And
of
the thing
him
was, I was
just
sitting next to him. No, you
instead of him admitting
Was I here during that time?
not yet.
no,
not yet.
no, you actually had to miss out for something.
Oh yeah,
You
probably
weren't there. You weren't there for X.
So basically,
I know.
instead of this dude just admitting and apologizing and just accepting it, which we're all human, we're not gods.
Wait, can I be one?
No. Oh, God damn it.
Not unless there's some mystical magic.
No.
No, it won't work.
Sorry, I broke the stone mask.
Science. Can I be a science god?
No. That's like the equivalent of Warhammer 40k, and that universe sucks.
Yeah, that universe does suck.
But basically, to get to the nitty gritty, mistakes don't make you a bad person. Mistakes make you learn and become a better person. Just accept that. Don't-
Better persons. You act like we're human. Oh wait, we aren't.
no, we could be aliens, and then we think
We're not getting to Scientology. Moving on. Okay. Next topic we're going to be talking about is
Set 14.
Set 14, the juiciest of the bigums.
Oh my
God, it's like a Five Guys burger ready to go into my mouth.
With all the fixings.
We're talking about those freaking
Crap.
reprints.
I want to eat some now.
There was a penis joke in there so quick.
Oh my goodness.
But
Do
not,
we really need to get to that?
no,
Yes.
that's why.
Let's
We
start
really
talking about
should.
Set 14.
So, Set 14.
Love it.
Who wants to take this thing first?
I'll get it.
All right.
We're gonna freaking
Swear to God.
Hit
reprints
it. Revolver-sama.
of Knight of Heavenly Decree Alt Mile. Ooh. Why? Whatever.
Wait,
Oh
you have it
wow!
on there?
There's a reprint of Morfessa.
Okay.
As the Shadow Paladin LARP player,
Okay.
I don't care.
You already got your playsets. I mean,
You only need 2 Morfessas, and then
well,
at the same time, if you are most LARP players have Morfessa and they're already playing them. So for people who are already trying to maybe build a Lord, I guess that's good, but Lord's so expensive.
Well, hold on.
are they? They're not even doing the crit.
There are probably 3 cards in that deck that are the real money. It's gonna be the Owl, the PG, and then finally, it's either going to be whatever grade 2, which is already Morfessa, or if another grade 2 is going to take her spot. But those are the 3 most expensive cards, main deck wise. It's
Yeah.
Billy Owl, Morfessa, and the PG. And people might be like, "You're crazy. What about the SP ability?" I was like, "I'm not talking about the stuff from the SP pack. You can get rares. They're like 25 cents each. That's not the point. The fact is that that is the only triple R grade 2 that they have, and that's still what, about $20, $25,
Yeah, but
depending on people.
Even then, not all people play like Morfessa something.
No, and that's true. That's why Revolver Summons told us you play 2. You can cheat. You can be fine.
You can actually play none too. You actually could play none.
Well, I feel that Luar developed to the point where they're focusing their focal point on the Vanguard stride abilities more than anything
You
else.
can play none.
Yeah.
You can.
You can.
It does hurt you a bit,
yeah.
but you can. Because you're not using her for that call. You're really using her for that free 5K, and it's a grade 1 in drop.
Yeah, I'm doing it for the ritual.
That's why she's so important. It's just because that she just becomes a +1 ritual to what you need.
All right, what's next?
So what's in the set? We got Royal Paladin, Shadow Paladin, Genesis, Nubatama,
Okay.
Dark Irregulars, and Gear Chronicle.
Okay, so we're not going to talk about Gear Chronicle, and the reason why we're not is I feel they have expanded so hard they don't have an avenue to go in right now.
Most likely, it's going to be a few cards, like
Dragon Destruction Gizek.
Not even
Wait, is that
pulsars.
really
We're not
gonna be
going
Gear Chronicle?
Not even pulsars.
no pulsars.
Wait. You
No, I'm saying because
Pulsars. I mean, it's going to be pulsars, but most likely, when I say it's a few cards, maybe 5 or 6 cards in this set. There's going to be a triple rare. There's going to be maybe a double, maybe a single. Most of them are going to be commons, but like earlier sets when after Gear Chronicle gets a major set, if they put Gear Chronicle in another set and behind it, it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be a few cards.
And a bunch of garbage cards.
Not even garbage. Just like
All right. Question then. Like do you know anything about pulsars? Because I haven't actually read.
Pulse R's are Zodiac timepieces.
Well, what are they? I mean, it's basically a whole.
The Zodiac
No,
timepieces.
it's not a separate archetype.
It's not.
They're still ZTVs.
They're just they're humanoids basically. Basically, all the pulsars are.
I'm not talking about what.
No, that's what they are. Most of the pulsars are basically like they're not.
They're not a separate archetype.
No, they're not. They're basically they're basically the pulsars are almost like honorary zodiac time beasts because the zodiac time beasts are the main chrono units.
Yeah.
Like all the chrono units.
Okay. So I really.
Pulsars are basically the evolution of getting closer to how Chrono Jet Dragon is.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember, through the story, Chrono Jet is technically not supposed to exist. He went and messed up the timeline so bad, technically, where they're going, he went so far back where they are just getting started, and now they have like a focal point of what they want to evolve into. That's why you see a lot of the pulsars start to look a little bit more like Jet and the other great, and like starting to look more like the other strides because they're evolving into that. But the reason why I said that is ZGB has literally every single mechanic in the game. They have superior calling now. And they actually do have a fourth. No, there is one degree 2 that no one plays because I'm pretty damn sure, but no one uses it because like forget that. But they have multiple attacking, massive power, restanding, Vanguard restanding, superior calling, and loop, and then they had recycling to a degree of getting other stuff back in there, and just overall fucking amazing card.
They have way too much crap.
But the only thing is, I kind of you're right. Gear Chronicle player. I'm gonna kind of come to the defense, but I'm gonna also agree with you.
Well, you already said this in the first video how you play it way differently compared to the other ones.
When I play it, I play it Zodiac Time Beast. I don't play Chrono. I have Chrono. This is a Chrono Jet deck because I'm building power. I'm building power from him, but I'm building it for the field as well. I don't play meta where it's. This is the only Zodiac Time Beast I run besides my starting Vanguard, which is the original Chrono Dran, to do combo plays where I can just. So this is once. So that's the meta. This is where Bushiroad got it right, where they basically they're like, hey, here's a Zodiac Time Beast. They knew a lot of people weren't going to do it because it's like, oh, but this isn't meta, this isn't winning. I don't want to play that. So they literally, when they built Zodiac Time Beast and made them good, it was more towards the fact that the fun players had something to compete with the meta. And unfortunately, it ran rampant, and they're stupid as fuck.
No, it is because you still see people still run
the mix of the old stuff, which is just spin that, time leap this, time leap that, attack, and then you still haven't even done the Vanguard tech. It's like, okay, I've wasted 3 counterblasts.
It is so drone playing. It has nothing to it.
I'm a Gear Chronicle player, and I hate other Gear Chronicle players who play that. That's sad.
Oh my god, if I play that, he's gonna hate me so much.
Probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
Vince, I'm telling you, if you play that, you're like, oh, this is pretty fun. Then you start to realize how fucking cut and dry that is. There's no flavor.
And
there's literally in Vanguard, I feel in Vanguard, the greatest thing about Vanguard, about why people enjoy it, is I feel like the risk. Is literally, it's all on the line with this. It's do or die. And you're gonna go straight in and see what it's gonna hold. It's really the risk. That's what it is. And you have to agree with that because of this.
Yeah.
You really felt that to the 10th,
oh my god.
to the 9th degree today.
This freaking gray end gives me freaking heart attacks. It's like, oh my god.
But let's move back on. Let's talk about 2 today. And I feel, but let's talk about the one that surprised all of us. Genesis. Genesis
I want to cut in on this because Hosey said this. Our friend George Hosey, put a picture just right here. The Hoseman.
He's gonna hold you down.
Jokingly said when he came here a few weeks ago, a month ago, maybe, who knows? Hosey.
It was came over here. Get on with it.
All right. He said Shoma comes back. I said, nah, I shot it down. But now the fact is, because of the show, they said they're looking for someone to use the new Zeroth Dragon for United Sanctuary. I'm actually kind of a little excited to see more Fenrir support. And when I say Fenrir support, I mean a third Fenrir, a good Fenrir. Not that bullcrap they gave us last time.
That one actually, that
was for Amaruta. That was for Amaruta.
That one does still see play in both Amaruta and Fenrir. And there's a reason why.
And Fenrir, if you play the second one that came out, it's for honest to goodness namesake. It's namesake for Fenrir. Because a lot of this stuff, earlier stuff before Amaruta says, if your Vanguard is Fenrir, revelation and certain things happen.
But
Yeah, but
let's just really talk about it. The fact that they said Genesis and I thought like, okay, so either Amaruta and Fenrir or something like that. It's not. It's Minerva. That surprised the hell out of me. Because how I'm seeing this is Minerva is coming, and so that must mean what's her face, Misaki or whoever her name is in the anime is going to play her. Misaki is going to play her.
She still says she hasn't fought this.
And she hasn't fought yet. How I see it is, it has the capability of getting the Battle Sister Syndrome. And what I call it Battle Sister Syndrome, and all you know this, or if you don't, I'll explain it. When Battle Sisters were announced, a lot of people were like, oh, that's okay. 3 cards made that deck absurdly insane. Which is the new stride they had, which Stride 5, which, oh look, okay, crit, heal, okay. Then they had the all-powerful Stillwater Goddess, which, we're not going to say names here, but someone at this table said, stated, I don't want to play Stillwater. And my response was slowly taking off my glasses.
He was going to kill him. He was going to just kill him right
I wasn't going to kill him.
He would kill him dead.
I wasn't going to kill him. I was going to do something worse that the parents do. I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed.
Oh, God. That's worse.
Because he did not understand. And granted, we're all nice people here. We just gave him the deck to help him out.
I was going to murder him. I was going to put that into his life.
Basically, he didn't know that Stillwater's effects is, no, to end a turn, those fuckers can't use zeros or G-guards.
And it's not.
You better have 3 PGs if you want to survive.
And it's not just the Vanguard ability.
No, that's what I'm saying, to end a turn. That is the thing. But, so how I see it is, literally Minerva, obviously, it's been so long. You're gonna have to give him reprints, you're gonna have to give him stuff.
I have copies of that.
Shush. You have copies of everything. And basically, for people who don't have copies of everything, who wants to play the deck,
I don't know if it's a reprint Minerva. I think it's
it's a brand new one.
I know, which is
the artwork is out. The artwork is out. It's a brand new Minerva.
Have you toured the skill yet or no?
No, it's just the artwork's out. They're gonna have to add a lot more stuff to make that a deck that people want to use. Because I don't think that's gonna be Revelation. I really strongly feel it's not gonna be Revelation.
I'm gonna cut in. They just revealed part of Castile's effect.
Yeah, what is it?
Does it finally have stride skill or no?
Hold up, let me.
Is that the Genesis one?
No, it's
Castile's Darker Ring.
Oh yeah, Dark. Oh sorry, Dark.
Castile's that weird one.
When this Darkness. When this unit is placed onto the rearguard circle, choose 2 great 2s in your soul and put them in the drop zone. If you do, this unit gets all the abilities of those cards until end of turn.
Zeros?
No, grade 2s.
Grade 2s? Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The reason why I say so is there are there are 2 grade 2s that you will do, but there are 3 you will never be able to do. I feel is because of they say you had to have a Vanguard with Shaharlet. So granted, people can say like, oh, you can run the stride. I don't think everyone's gonna run that stride ever. Let's be dead honest.
Yeah, I mean, you can run it. It's still pretty good, but unless you can guarantee the kill.
Oh no!
Unless you can guarantee the kill,
you will never run that stride anymore. Just for the fact what Ballalog does, and you call 2 Shaharlets on left and right, and they're 5, you're dead. Because Balrog says, hey, guess what? For the whole turn, no one's out of your hand. Oh, what's your Harlot's ability? Darkness, no zeros. You better have G-guards. You better save G-guards. That's the only way around that. And Balrog gets 4 drive checks.
Sheesh.
Nice. I like it.
So
I like it.
literally, I feel that's not a bad rear guard ability. Do not get me wrong.
It's not.
But I feel unless they come out with at least 2 more grade 2s to help that, it's semi. I love it because you can go with the other Vampire. 5K, KU0 is the same effect as the usual Harlot on rear guards. But the reason is if you are gonna run Gastille, I feel at the time being you're gonna run 4 Gastille for Shaharlan. Am I right? Because the Shaharlan's ability is still good. On rear guard, 5K and no zeros.
It all depends. It all depends because the set's still not out.
That's what I'm saying so far.
I would run lower Scar Rods if you go with Gastille. Just because I'd want Gastille first over Scar Rod.
Well, a lot of people do.
The way I'm
But we don't know what his one stride ability is. That's what I'm saying. Like everything right now is up and easy. Billy's not bad. That's the goofy ability I wanted. That's a goofy ability that I
wait a
would
minute.
love to say.
Dusk. Dust has been revealed. Part of it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Counterblast 2. When these all
Like
these
all the dragons.
Wait, which CR is this?
Dark Zone.
Yeah, Dark Zone.
Okay, good.
Counterblast 2. When this unit is placed in the Vanguard circle, may pay a cost. If you do, until end of turn, all your opponents, all the cards when all your opponent's units lose their abilities, their grades, and their power decreases to 1. If the number of cards in your opponent's damage zone is 4 or less, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards and deal them 1 damage.
So that is
That's goofy.
So
That's just
what that
dumb.
and you know what? That I should have saw because I really should have saw that coming because dust. Like let's really think about that name. Is it Dusk or Dust?
Dust.
As in,
Let's really think about that. If there's a dragon called Dust and he's part of the Darkness Zone, he's probably gonna make everything decrepit as fuck. The fact that he makes
Your opponent cannot intercept or call.
Wait, where's
It says right that after it deals 1 damage, your opponent cannot intercept nor call grade 2 or greater guardians as well.
Oh wow, so that means they have to use zeros and ones.
no G card?
No G guardians.
Oh my goodness.
So you cannot intercept and you cannot call grade 2 or
Is
greater.
amazing.
Yeah,
So they go down to literally just 1.
Trader, good for you. You got the goofy skill. Can we give this man a round?
That's hilarious.
It's a goofy skill, especially because Deep Elite has that new grade 3 that allows them to make
Yeah,
their grade 3.
GB1, all your grade 3s get 10k shield
And
ability and
intercept.
intercept.
I like that one too.
Oh,
Well, it's
that's
something. Hold
really
on, that
hard.
is something they needed. For the fact that DP Robos, you play around near 10 to
10
12.
12. Yep.
You needed something to make those things fucking worthwhile.
Yeah.
Well, so okay, pretty goofy. So, well, back really.
So,
Alright,
what's also coming out of this set,
Dark Irregular.
of course, is the big bad guy, Gize himself.
Cray Elemental.
He keeps saying it. He doesn't want to accept the fact that the show has been pointing towards it.
No.
He's obviously going to be a Gear Karma unit, and he just doesn't want to accept
I
it.
don't. Here's what I. Here, to be honest, I don't think it's anything. It's not Cray Elemental.
It's gonna be-
Not,
it's gonna be
because how it's supposed to be pointed out is when Messiah, because Messiah is not awoken yet.
No,
Messiah
and the
is
original-
not
yeah.
there yet.
And the original Messiah was a Cray. The only reason why I'm saying Cray Elemental is because Gize is the counterpart to Harmonix Messiah. The original Harmonix Messiah.
The one that had full strength.
Yeah, the one that had 16, the original one, you know, before Stride was the first thing.
Yeah, I
it was a
remember.
Cray Elemental.
I have that.
That is the only reason why I'm saying this is Cray Elemental. But now that you said that, I agree. It may not be anything.
Well,
But here's the thing,
No,
again,
hold on.
the Saya became Link Joker because it chose Ibuki as its vanguard. Gize already is taking over Chrono. They've been setting it up through the show. It's been hinting at it,
Hold
hinting
on,
at it, hinting
hold
at
on.
it.
Let me finish. The reason why I'm saying is if these are supposed to be the gods of creation and destruction, gods do not take sides at all.
Because
Yeah, they-
How I see it is when Messiah knew it had to make a pact to make sure that the future is fine. It made the best choice of what it thought was the best would be Stargate, because that's where most of its abilities would be able to do. And later on, it fell underneath a form of corruption because of the movie and deleters and all that crazy bullshit. But back to the thing, what I was going to originally say is I feel Giza is going to be Giza. It's not Kree Elemental, it's not that. He's going to have the skill of a Kree Elemental of going to any deck, but it's going to be Giza, some type god or whatever, and that's that. That's the easiest way to do it.
Because even the Zero Dragons, they don't have.
Zero Dragons don't choose sides.
They don't have.
They just
pets.
go whoever is the strongest.
And their race, even though they're all dragons, none of them have like a race. Technically, they're all their own race. They're Xeroth dragons. That's their race.
Well, they're the predecessors.
No, they're and how they were brought up. They were Kree elementals created by Giza.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah, all from
If-
an elemental mass.
Hold up. Here's the thing. If striding is not supposed to exist, and this fucker
he brought
striding.
Well, the thing was-
the reason why I'm saying they're the predecessors. So technically, Giza created the first strides. If these things are supposed to be, because they're all considered gods because of their abilities, they're all considered like the strongest of the strongest. So that must mean these things are the predecessors of the future strides coming. And because technically the future is happening sooner than what it is supposed to be, that's why the strides are already out. That's why strides are running around. That's why you see all this power and everything going nuts.
I think you're from crap. Look, man, there's only one person who started Stride, okay, and that's Kai, because he bought Novel Vague in the manga.
No, it was already The thing was, and like you said, the thing is, they're trying to say, if in the lore of the whole Stride, they say Chronojet came back in time due to a distortion in time, because technically Gear Chronicle does not really exist in this timeline.
No, they're like a couple.
No, they're not even. No, they're like the dimensional DPs of time. That's all they were supposed to be. They just happen to they just happen to show up and people and they strong. Stride,
Yeah,
and then
I'm pretty sure the gods knew they existed, though.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they knew what they were doing. But what I'm saying is, if they never existed or were not supposed to technically exist, and they now belong in a part of time that is before they were came to be, but they already had the information of the duel of what they had to do. Because let's be honest, out of the entire show, who has the most severe advancements of striding evolution? Gear Chronicle. Gear Chronicle has the most severe evolutionary jumps. Because when Gear Groovy came out, people lost their shit. Guess what? That was at the time that was the strongest evolution that Jet could go into. And it kept on getting stronger. Now he's actually, let's be honest, and you have to agree with this with me, is what's the Gear Next? Gear Next looks like a fucking Zen dragon a little bit.
He does.
He shows the characteristics of a lot of them. It's bulkier, it looks meaner.
He's more of a dragon than his others. Because
the other ones are more humanoid.
The next stage is like Blue Ward, basically, almost like this drag driver. How in the lore, drag driver
He's just trying to find a way to become a dragon.
Basically, next stage and Gear Groovy is
almost the same thing.
Is that pinnacle?
It's him becoming the
fusion
real
of a dragon.
dragon.
So, Potara earrings?
What?
Potara earrings.
Boy.
No.
No, so Giza is going to be a Gear Chronicle.
Yeah, Gear Chronicle.
No.
I
thought
No, not Gear Chronicle. More like an amount, like
I strongly believe that's what my theory.
Again,
Bushiroad is pushing it that way. They keep pushing it that way.
Okay, so
and
hold
I
up.
think that's my opinion.
Hold up. So let's just say so let's just humor it. Let's say his predictions are right and it's a Gear Chronicle. First off, what would you do with Giza for the effect to match that? But not only that is, you are telling me that Bushiroad is just gonna just wrap it up and make that a thing. Where technically people will freak out because it's Dark Zone, they can still run 2 Xeno Dragons. And I'm not saying they will, I'm not saying people will, but the fact is, you know there's one dude in a room that will say that's unfair. And you know that's true.
There's already people like that right now saying that.
They
There's a
don't-
lot of that.
Do you
That's
really
unfair.
expect me to believe that Bushiroad cares if it's unfair or not? Come on.
They are changing.
They-
And the reason why they're
have-
changing is they're getting a little bit more carefully with their wording.
Yeah.
Oh, that,
They are
I
getting-
I don't know about that. I mean, this guy's.
You know what that
that's a
is?
spelling
No.
error.
You know what that
That's a
is?
spelling error.
That's a spelling error because Americans are too stupid just to read the haiku, the kanjis a little bit more closely. That is something different. What I mean by wording, I'm talking about the effects. The effects they have gotten more serious of. They have to change it for this. Let's be honest. Almost every single clan now has a rearguard circle ability or affecting ability.
That is true.
And they also changed the one where instead of saying like flip his name over, they have to specify on the card.
They are getting better at that.
Flip a card with the same name as this card.
Because
instead of
they are getting better at that. They are. They
was
really
there a
are.
reason why they changed it into that word? It felt to me like
the reason
same damn
the
thing.
reason is there are some cards. What was the one?
It counted as a
Crunch, Big Crunch.
Yeah.
Big Crunch, then I say GB2. It's like if you just have 2 face up. And now most people's like, oh, that's GB2. I'm like, is it? Because 2 face up can mean, GB2 and 2 face up can mean 2 different things.
Yeah.
2 face up could be the Cray Elemental face up, then you striding and doing that. That's technically still face up until
Actually,
its
the
effect
Cray
takes
Elemental,
over.
no, the Cray Elemental leaves the minute you stride.
I thought it was the minute when a unit is placed.
The minute you stride and the unit's placed on it, the Cray Elemental no longer stays, it goes. It leaves right away.
You know what I think it was the difference between that one between GB2 and 2 face up. You can't activate it if unless you have any 2 face up. The GB2
No.
one, it
No.
That's not
it
because
doesn't count.
no,
GB2
because a lot of-
counts if you put
No.
GB2 is
If
you
you-
have one here and one there, you're at GB2.
Oh, okay.
2 face up.
GB2.
2
Let's
face up
emphasize
means
2 face up.
2 in the G
means
zone.
2
It
face
says-
up.
It
Yes.
says it in
Right.
the
Yes.
card.
Two in the
That's
G
why they did that. Because a lot of cards will go GB2. Like
That's why
All right.
next stage says GB2. So it doesn't have to have a 1 already face up. It's already once it's there, once one's there and then he's on the
Right.
Vanguard circle.
That's what it is.
It's at GB2.
So that means they just worded it in a weird ass way.
And back
they did
to
it for a reason. Because some cards would be really, really stupid if it just says GB2.
So back to basically
Gizeh.
14 and all that.
back to Gizeh. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. You know, you say gear cards. My thing is, I say if it's gonna be a specific clan, I said it last time. Dark Irregulars only because of Guest Steel. Only say if it's something specific, it's gonna be Guest Steel because Guest Steel is the evil deity or evil god worshipping bishop. Guest Steel. If its name may because we do not know the full effects. The stride skill may have something to do with when you stride to Gizeh. Like
You're saying
That is
you're
true.
saying that because he's the main bad guy,
Yeah, if-
he's the one who gets to call out Gizeh.
yeah, if it's gonna be a clan
I think what Payment Sama is if you go Gizeh on top of Gastile, there's an effect. If you go on top of Ghidorah, there's a different effect. So there might be corresponding with what nation.
I'm
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying a specific
That your steel specifically will be
for
for.
if
Because
it's
he's
specifically for Gizeh, only because of its name, and if it had to be a specific clan, it would be Dark Irregulars. Only because, like Blaster Dart, the great 3 Blaster Dart, when you stroll onto Phantom Blaster Diablo and any other card, that's the only time you ever got its stride skill.
Yeah.
And Tetra Boy, Anger Boy, when you stride onto Tetra Boy.
Yeah, that is true.
So
And you know what? I would literally say if that card is gonna state that, he's gonna lose a lot of flavor. Because if the fact he says, oh, if I go into Gize or something like that, that card will lose a lot of flavor.
And I really don't think that's going to be the case either, because the way the show's been going, Seal has been trying to find a vessel for Gize. That's the whole point. And the show has been setting up Chrono to be that vessel.
I'm not saying Chrono won't have Gize, but I don't think it's going to be specifically a Gear Chronicle unit.
No, and that's what I agree with. Is I don't think Gize is. Guess what? I have been Gear Chronicle all along. No, he's not going to be a Gear Chronicle.
I was going to say that. I think he's going to become Gear Chronicle, like just like Messiah became Link Joker.
I don't know.
No, you know why? Because Messiah is physically weaker than Gize right now. She has lost so much power over the years. Gize is in his own dimension. If he's in his own dimension, his own, yeah, I'm gonna pull this out. Blade Works, unlimited. If he's in his own reality, he has never lost power. And if he's so strong to the point of, I need to find a way to put part of myself into a vessel so they can tap into me, but I need a strong vessel to handle me, it would make sense that Gear Chronicle would be the best one because they're constantly evolving. They're moving at such a rapid rate. But I don't think he is going to work.
Brandon, do you want to do a tag match?
In the middle, but thick spokesman.
Gotcha. Sorry.
I don't think he is going to be.
Thank you. That was sorry. That was the spokesman for the Stargate. He mains Novas. He's that dude. So honestly, if Novas get more support, it has to be Beast Deities because he's an advocate for Beast Deities, and he still makes them broken even in this time of day.
Wait, he does? Damn.
Yeah, it just happened.
I gotta look into that.
But I really do feel that Gize is going to be his own unit. Okay. He's going to go and you can put him in any deck. Like, there are going to be, once again, how all the set of dragons are, there are going to be specific uses for that dragon. I don't think Dust is going to be perfect in every single Dark Irregular deck. I don't think he's going to do any fucking wonders in Spike Brothers, to be honest, because Spike Brothers, most of their abilities need the Stride unit to do most of the effect.
It is all true.
Same thing with Gear Chronicle. I don't think it's gonna. I really don't. The best one so far is literally Dark Irregulars. You know why? Dark Irregulars.
And Pale Moon. Because Pale Moon can...
Because they have a way to move their own power at their own whim.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Right. Alright, so you're saying he's gonna be his own unit.
I feel he's gonna be his own deal.
Okay. So
but it's gonna be something that everyone can use.
And you?
If I own a unit, but if I had to say Crayon, honestly, because it could be used in any of the decks, and because it's trying to be like the apostles worship Gize, so he can be used by any of them. So that's just my revolver.
I was gonna keep going my thing. Gear Chronicle. The show's pointed in that direction. I'm gonna keep going. If the pro search for the loop, I'm gonna
So what's last topic?
So if it was me,
We're still set.
if it was me, I did think about saying Cray Elemental too.
It was a good conversation.
I did think about saying about Cray Elemental because it does fit with everything. I also thought that maybe he would just be like just straight up Link Joker, but he can be used for a bunch of
Who knows? Literally, who knows?
I'm just saying that because if he's supposed to be like the polar opposite of Neo
and you're absolutely right
Messiah, then he could just be like
Exactly.
I thought Chaos Breaker would have been, but maybe just like an evil Link Joker, like more eviler than Chaos Breaker.
Well, he is the main bad
That
idea.
is possible.
Or then there's the good Link
Because
Joker.
who the fuck knows? This fucker right here could be pulling the strings all along.
Yeah.
Chaos could have been the real deal.
Because
Chaos could have
he's
been
on
his
thing.
real harbinger.
He's because Chaos is doing his own thing, even though he's technically supposed to be working for him.
Oh yeah, you're right. That kid that looks like a girl.
Let's be honest. The text even says, "Learn to laughing clowns laugh."
Yeah.
So, to my point, if he's supposed to be the Joker of everything, the Joker's normally the one who's like, no, that's not gonna work like that. Actually, hey guys, Seal, what?
I'm the Chuck.
I'm actually his right-hand man, sorry.
Or maybe he actually is actually is Gizeh.
If Chaos Breaker is part of Gizeh, then Link Joker can either.
Well, why not?
Like, wait, what if Gizeh is like the ultimate form of Chaos Breaker?
No, I'm not gonna go as far as that. What I'm really gonna say is literally if Link Joker, for what we know, watching all the anime and bullshit, what we know, we always were told Link Joker was evil. It was a source of villain. It was originally. Do not make the deal.
It was originally the enemy.
They were an invading force.
They were originally the.
They were not part of Correct. They were outside of Correct.
So now looking at that, because
I was originally going to run it.
that means all the reverse units.
No, because
No, hold on. Let me finish. All the reverse units were being controlled by the same type of energy that the apostles are. Because the apostles, they're not mentally there anymore as a human. It is literally the unit taking over their body. So who's not to say that the reverse units were the same thing of a bigger force? The bigger force was supposed to be Glendios, right? Because Glendios was the one that was controlling all that.
Oh my god, what if Gizeh's Glendios?
Okay,
that whole subplot.
No, what I'm gonna say is Glendios had nothing to do with it. Glendios was
Glendios is done. He's dead.
He was a pawn.
He's dead.
Because out of all of them, why
Don't tell me show cannibals.
No. Out of all the old Link Joker units, why the fuck did Chaos itself come back?
because
And I'm
Chaos
not-
has never really.
No, remember at the end of the one season, forget what it's called now.
Legion.
IG made Link Joker a part of Craig.
No,
He
Kai
made
did.
them a
Kai did because the seed of the void was in IG, and it was invading the strongest fighter, so it can retake over. But once IG lost to Kai, proving Kai was the stronger of the two, anime reasons. Kai literally cut the seed into.
No, it wasn't Kai, it was Blaster.
No.
Kai Blast.
Kai. Cut up the pieces.
He cut the pieces.
And so all the fragments went into everyone.
So basically,
everyone has
the reverse is still a thing, but it's on such a small scale that once someone loses to it, it's like it spreads, but it doesn't affect them at all.
So what I'm gonna say right now, if that is the case,
every fighter is technically reversed, but
They're part of Cray now.
what I'm saying is, I'm not saying they're part of Craig. What I'm saying right now
But they are.
is,
Link Joker is part.
hold up, let me finish. What I'm saying is, out of all the Link Joker units, the first one that we saw come back, because in the show we didn't see all the legions, and then when Striding happened, we did see them. So we're supposed to look at it as like, oh, so they're coming and this and that. Why the fuck did Chaos in the middle of nowhere became the spotlight for Link Joker all of a sudden? That's what I'm saying. The fact that he just came back and he was a major force to deal with. He was Kai's right-hand user until Kai's like, now I'm done with you. So what I'm saying is, I feel the whole Link Joker invasion and all that was played out by guys easy. He was played out by everything.
Yes, because
He used Glendios to do what he had to do. Then he probably sent the clown back to start everything on Earth.
No, they did. That's what they said. They said, in the show, they said, Shirami's mission had two missions. One, to find a potential host for Gizeh, and then two, to bring Chaos Breaker to Earth.
And that's what I'm saying is because of those.
All I know is a Gizeh.
No, at the end of the second, because that's why if you watch and when they were doing the under 20, they were like really upset and impatient because no one could hear the voice except Noah. So once Noah heard the voice, they literally jumped in to bring Chaos Bringer, because that was one of Shirami's missions.
So, what I'm saying is, if those fragments are in everybody, who's not to say those fragments were supposed to go in everybody, because that was step one to be able to make apostles. If reverse people, that's basically, I just want to fight. They're trying to see who can handle that energy, so an apostle can be like, that's my host.
The Diff Rider phenomena is similar to that.
They're basically reverse units, but they're no longer themselves.
No, but if you go back a little, it seems like that whatever the void was, the void is trying to control. Is trying to control Earth, correct? If Gizeh is the void, then
it should have been destroying the planet instead of trying to control it.
Yeah, because that's the void's original purpose, was to destroy Cray. It wasn't.
Well, remember, Gizeh's not the god of manipulation. He's the god of destruction. His whole creation and purpose is supposed to balance out of creation.
Yeah.
Actually,
you cannot have one without the other. There has to be.
Even then, the leaders are separate from Leech over themselves. They're a separate entity.
They're not even Cray.
They're from another planet.
You know what these things are? These things are so corrupted so far from the void, they just want to see things destroyed.
They're from their own planet.
They're
from the movie. It was confirmed.
It was from
They're from
I
another
know, but they
planet.
were. But literally, how I see it is that was one of the planets that Gizeh got to, and he goes, instead of destroying you, I can use you to further my goals.
So, evil Link Joker, right?
Yes, I've been telling people this. I really feel when Messiah awoken into Ibuki, because literally, how I see it, Ibuki is an apostle to a point.
Yes.
Messiah knows I cannot take you over because that is not my place. I need you to do this by yourself because I'm not going to force another person to do this.
He's Messiah's vanguard.
He was taken over by deleters. He was so power drunk and corrupted by deleters, he didn't give a fuck about anything. But as soon as Messiah showed up, he was cured of all.
yeah, because Messiah is the savior.
No, Messiah is not. Messiah is just a creator. He became the savior because he did not agree with what Giza was doing. It's equilibrium. Everything has to have a balance. Everything.
So then what's Gizeh's balance with his skill?
He doesn't.
Gizeh says, no, I just want to destroy everything. And where Messiah's like, no, there has to be a balance.
Because a lot of stuff, whenever you have a good, the good generally has balance. Evil, kind of getting a little superhero on this. Evil does not have a purpose. This is like the Joker from Batman. There's no purpose for what he does. He just does it to do it.
Well, no, there is a purpose for evil.
No, I'm saying like
Evil is created on the deeds and doing of a good person.
Yeah.
And fuck, I can't believe I'm quoting this from the anime I hate. From Tokyo Ghoul, a villain is just a hero broken. That makes the most sense. No.
So if a villain is a broken hero, then that means every
hold on, let me put you in this situation. Let's say like let's say you're All Might. Everyone is looking up.
I love All Might.
You are the symbol of peace and hope.
Okay.
And let's say you had a family, beautiful wife, beautiful kids.
But he's
and your
All Might.
arch enemy,
whatever he wants.
And your arch enemy just kills your entire family in front of you and made you watch, and you couldn't do anything. And yet you, in your mind, because people are planted on you, you're a savior. You can do everything. Oh, you can save the day, but you failed the biggest part of your life. You will be so morally disconnected from the world, you just don't care anymore. You have broken down. You may not become evil, but that part in you of being a hero is gone. It's gone.
Okay.
I got
Trader,
Alright.
back on topic. Back on topic.
Look. Everybody gotta continue. Look, Gizeh. We all don't know what he is, okay? So we all have our thing.
I want to continue because I actually want to continue to talk about
Step 14.
Yeah. Let's
I want to ask Trader a question about Step 14. Because you play Nubatama, what do you want?
What I
Step 14 for
want
Nubatama.
the most is do not focus on one thing. If you have to split up the support, And if you are seeing statistics say people like this style, people like domination, split it up then. If you're gonna do, if what I want to see for, I'll start with the one I don't like the most. If you want to, for hand attacking, I feel they do not need strides for hand attacking. You have enough, and you can still use dominate to force their hand to go down. I want more grade 2s that get it. Or, better yet, I want a wording fix on their ability. I want them to be, if you have, if you have less than 5 or 6 in hand, Shadow
Oh, you mean
goes
like
back
the
up.
Yeah, Shadow.
Here's what I want.
No, we don't.
If you have those on the field and you have 6, I don't want you to be able to just take 1. I want to, no, literally, Nimpo. They all disappear. They all go back to hand.
And that's how originally everyone thought Shadow. After
Me too. I thought because they all trigger at the same time and end turn. Apparently not. It's 1, 2.
One per
So what
count.
I want, even if you have 6 cards in hand and 5 rear guards to that ability, I want that wording says, nope, you can take them all back. Fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
That would
You mean
make
like
it a lot
Bermuda
better.
Triangle?
Yes. Why not?
I kind of no. Remember what I said? I kind of wanted to have like something that binds stuff from your hand until the end of turn, like that.
And even, well,
Just like,
even
almost
if
like
you
Brave.
have that,
Kind of like Brave.
well, even if you have that, that's okay. But then if you really want to get into it ruling wise, if you have that, what takes over first? Does this effect take over first, or does this effect take over first? Or you get to choose what goes over first?
But you know how it does. It's also you.
I know what you're saying, but you're adding Shadow to the ability that 1 grade 1 for Royal Paladins is if you use that cost and that it has the same exact wording saying you can bind as much cards as you want out of hand face down at the end of turn. Then you have Shadow Stitch. Shadow Stitch's ability says, hey, at the end of turn, if your hand is 6 or less, we come back up. What happens first? Does this happen first, or does the Shadow happen first? That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, like I said, it's all the abilities go at the same time, and you get to choose how that goes. That's how I will go with this.
Alright. Next.
Back to my point. If you're gonna do domination does not eat much. It really doesn't. The only thing that I would like them to see is what are they gonna do with Shiwanui, and if they are gonna give him a new stride, what is that stride gonna do?
Next,
Royal Paladin, but that's all. No, we need to talk about all.
is it just Altmile?
It is all
There's gonna be some blaster stuff in there, but none of the stuff has been confirmed yet.
Because blasters are usually much more popular than Altmile.
They're gonna bring some blaster support. let's
Even
be
if
honest.
Altmile is the boy.
No,
He's not.
my feeling about Altmile is most likely because of how the show's setting it up. Because Fetus is the one that sealed it with Gize. A fetus-related Altmile. That's how I see it.
Fetus.
Fetus of
his name.
His name's Fetus.
Yes. Based off the word of Vitaeus. Vitaeus, I believe, is to be stillborn, which makes sense if Giza's trapped in his own bubble. He's stillborn. He can't move out of there.
Oh no, I'm not a English major. Alright, so what I'm gonna
So
say.
do you want Altmile to become the next generation, how Vitus was?
That's kind of what I'm expecting.
Like he's Altmile, but
that's
he's
what I'm expecting.
following the footsteps of Vitus.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting.
I would like that.
I'm
That
expecting.
actually would be
I'm expecting a great. And honestly, because it has been a while, and a lot of the units are getting a third variation of their future.
Yep.
I'm expecting. I'm hoping for a grade 3 fetus-based Altmile and a grade 4 fetus-based Altmile.
The only one that hasn't gotten that first version is Ward. He's just stuck at this first
No,
core.
that's what I'm seeing. I'm gonna.
That's all he needs.
And that's what I'm gonna. No, that's
What if he gets like a
Well, here's the thing.
second-
The Ward's different because he didn't want to change himself. He wanted to
Yeah,
change
you're-
his.
it's Lord
He wanted
He
to
wanted to
change
be
his
It
future.
would affect.
No, he wanted to.
I know it.
He wanted to be a dragon. So my thing is, all right. So that's all. I expect back on Royal Paladin, I expect the fetus Altmile grade 2 and 4, grade 3 and 4. I do know blasters are getting more saber support, so let's not even drone into
Yeah,
it.
we don't need to.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna step into your ballpark. Sama.
Yeah.
And for Luar, they need a cheap Luard, rear guard, grade 3. Luard something. It doesn't have to be good.
That's what I'm saying.
It just like
All they
bargain
need
basement
is a
Luard.
mix that allows
All
them to
they need
steer
is
your
zero.
ride into the war.
There's something for
Still,
your
right?
sake
It's not
because
gonna
that's
happen
because
that way.
Chaos Breaker has that.
Yeah.
They have that. It's on your opponent's turn when it's attacked, you counterblast 1, you search your deck for a Chaos Breaker Dragon. Exact.
All right, yeah, I know that, but seeing all the trends of all of these cards, they all get just like a secondary version of the main guide,
And
it's never going to be
because
like
a lot of and that's why I said you get a secondary version, and most likely what he's even though you're against it, you're probably against
I am
this.
against it. I just want a unit superior Wizard War because Wizard War is just.
But you know that's
fine
not
as
gonna-
it is.
that's
But
not gonna
you're probably against it. They're gonna give him a new grade 3 that's different from that, and then they're gonna give him a stride that's gonna mostly be broken with that. That's a Luard because a lot, like I said, everyone's getting a third variation of their future.
Yeah, but Luard has never even gotten a second.
Yes, he did. Drag Driver's the first.
No, that's what I'm saying as a grade 3.
Grade 3,
Yeah.
grade 3.
That's why I'm saying because like I said that.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna
Because
give him-
he's different is because he's not really changing the future. Because the grade 3s are the ones changing the future.
Yeah.
Basically, striding is something different. Him, he's trying to find a way where he's like, no, I want to be this instead. He's trying to become something that reality itself is telling him, no, you cannot.
Yeah.
Because that's why he has the
That's-
messed up arm. Is because he literally
He's
tried
the
to do
drag.
something and
That's-
his body perfectly.
That's what all the drag wizards are. They're basically Luard followers. Because in Shadow Paladins they revere dragons as deities. So they're trying to turn themselves into dragons to regain that power.
They thought they were crazy at first until they saw the 6 dragon gods in the sky. And then they just look at Lore, and Lore is just like, I warned you, and none of you listened.
Luard was the dude. Luard was the dude with the tin hat running around.
we got
the
this-
dragons are coming.
We gotta speed this up a little bit.
Alright, look.
So what's the last topic?
Man, we haven't even touched all. Well, actually,
we
We touched a lot about that.
Apple.
We touched about
Shadows.
We did Shadows. We did Genesis. We did
Man,
Thomas.
Like I said,
I just want more Blaster
we're
Dark.
gonna have to come back to that stuff.
I just want more Blaster Dark from Shadow Paladin. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, because what like Shadows is they're not gonna give Blaster Dark anything.
The only
They're
thing-
gonna focus on the
What's that?
war.
Ren's only in the show for
As basically
because
he's there because he's the dude with the most equipment that they can use for
Yeah.
what they need.
That is
and
true.
he's in charge of the United Sanctuary branch.
I still kind of want more Blaster.
So what's the last topic?
Hype prices.
Okay, the one I wanted to actually talk about. So kids,
Or adults.
kids,
Or people who are ever watching
I'm gonna call them kids because you don't understand kids. Let me literally tell you something. I had to take my glasses off for this. Hype prices are a scam. Do not buy into them. Now you might meet a guy's like, yeah, but this card is winning. That may be true. He might be 100% correct on that. But you're always going to be able to find somebody that will always sell it cheaper than most people. And the one card that I'm talking, I can put up to example right now, is the most infamous Starvader card, Proton.
That is
That card had only 2 printings. Structure deck, which is completely gone. You cannot get that structure deck anymore.
You cannot.
And if you somehow find one, exactly.
You good. That boy
It
good.
is
You don't
so
even get
high,
that.
you won't even get it.
like.
Second printing was a Legion Rare, which is still about $50. And which is the hardest Legion Rare to pull. Now, they were stated around $20 to $25 for a very long time. For about 2-3 years.
Yeah.
At least.
And the fact
Now,
and they were
the
printing.
fact that it's getting a reprint. Now,
The prices are shooting.
kids, just because it's getting a reprint and people are trying to sell the original, do not buy into that shit. You don't need to spend $100 or $150 on 4 grade 2s, which you may never even use depending on what more Star Vader stuff is coming out. It's been confirmed it's a reprint. Reprints are very cheap a lot of times. If you want my opinion, wait. There are some people that say, ew, I don't like that reprint art. Good for you. You know what that means? You can buy them up even faster because people may not even like the reprint art. So, hype prices in this game has gotten way out of control. The GB8 for fucking Dimensional Police has gone up, last time I saw, another $10 just because of the grade 3 and the new units. And you know what? Fine, I understand that. But it doesn't mean in the future, if you're a competitive player, it's going to be good. It doesn't mean in the future it's going to be difficult to find. Now, granted, most stores, most online sites, they don't buy or open up into certain boxes because they no longer make a profit on that. That's another thing I understand. But you as a person, if you had to bite that bullet, if there's a certain card you need to look for, you might have to spend a little bit more money just to go and buy a box to open it up and like, oh, I got the GBA I wanted.
I hate doing that.
Hype is it's cancerous.
I'm not even gonna add to that because basically you said everything I truly feel about that. I understand hype, high prices, people want it, it's in demand early on, but it's like literally the hype lasts for a week. Literally once you do the sneak peek, it's like, oh, this is $180.
It's not gonna be $180.
Next week, literally when the set drops, how much is it? 20.
Yep.
Team timeout. You're telling me I spent $180 on something I should have just waited 7 days where I can buy at least 10 of the motherfuckers
For the same price.
for the same damn price?
One.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's another thing.
That happened
When
to
you...
me.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that happened to me once before. I believe you guys have heard of a card called what we call here in the shop Lambroke. Marine General Lambroke.
Lambros, you mean?
Lambros, we have different nicknames.
It's Lambros.
I bought 4 of them for $50 each. Cost me $200 for a playset, okay? At least 2 weeks later, the revival collection came out.
And the price dropped.
The price dropped to almost $9 each. As soon as that happened, I'm like,
Yeah, but now they went back up. Actually, no, they're still dead now because the new GR took over their place, didn't it?
basically, yeah.
Because it's not even. It's not even.
It's just GB2.
Because it's not even. It's not even GB2. It's just like one attack. You stand this unit and
They're for everyone.
for everyone face up.
Yeah,
So-
okay, so
That Playmaker song actually said something I wanted to applaud. For all the new players out there who want to get in this game, please, for the love of God,
Research prices.
it's not even research. Keep in mind that every single site when you get done a pre-release, those prices are fixated, and the reason why they're fixated is because the reason why they say it's that much more is because they're giving you early access to buy yours before anybody else. That is why they're worth more money. That's why some people like to wait until the set comes out because they do drop because you're not paying the extra service knowing you have yours. So a lot of people think, oh, well, it says it's $200 here. That's not true. You guys, please wait until 7 days. Wait until the proper pricing comes out. It is not worth you dropping all this money on one card and later on trying them. Just wait.
Oh man.
please, guys.
When they show a new card, like what they just did with Minerva,
And what they just
no
did
effect.
with Gastile.
Just show the picture of Minerva. People lost their minds and started buying up everything related to Minerva, and their price shot all the way up.
Oh yeah.
Because people were buying them
Same
out.
thing with Shiryu.
Please stop doing that, because when the car comes out and it's just okay,
You're going to be regretting it.
You're regretting it, and not only that, you're making the community worse, because for those of you who are buying up those cars, like, oh, new Minerva, I'm gonna buy all this stuff, and then maybe try to possibly resell them at a higher value. Stop doing that. You're ruining the market. Please stop doing that. Every time they show a new card, people start buying out all the support cards for
Now,
these cards.
I will say
and it
this,
makes
though.
those prices skyrocket, and then they go right back down. People complain and complain.
I
it
will
happens all
I will
the
say
time
this though.
in Vanguard.
Sadly, that will never
Vanguard.
change because now there are some people who I really want to make that and do it, and that's fine if you want to do that. But what you guys have to understand is this is a big risk on your
I'm probably
end.
gonna watch Stranger Things. I'm probably Sal.
Oh, now
Sal.
I bitch. Watch Stranger Things.
Is if you want to do that and to just prepare yourself for a deck you want to make in the future, fine, cool. But you guys gotta understand, you dropping all this money into something, do not think it's going to bear golden fruit where it's gonna just give you nothing. You have to take everything with a grain of salt, and you have to understand that's your risk you're doing. That's another thing. And don't be pissed off at the market or yourself or the game for the fact of you spent all that money to you're basically making a bet. You're putting money on black, 21, then it lands a red, 20.
That's basically the way it is.
Yeah, it is basically the way it is now.
So
It's all about, speculation. The speculation market. It's the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh!
It is.
It's the same thing like every other card game.
It's a dual-edged sword.
You just really don't have to buy into it. Like
Actually-
I make multiple freaking
That's
decks.
not
the thing
true.
The thing is when I make multiple freaking decks, it's like, oh, I want to build that, but then I always have to try to wait
Well, that's
maybe
not
like
true
a
in
week
all
or like
card
a month or so or something. Just like, oh, I want to make Overlord, right? Overlord.
That's
right?
not true.
That Overlord thing was like what? How much was that Overlord when first?
oh my god, it was.
How much?
The only thing that still stayed up in price is the SP Destiny, which is 150.
Who cares about the SP?
No, but everything else dropped down. It's dirt cheap. 20.
Well, isn't Destiny? No, not Destiny. The Purge is still $40, isn't it?
30, 40.
That's not-
But he was up there. He was up there.
Because, like I said again, it's pre-release.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm considering making my own Overlord, my own new Overlord.
So I had one SP Destiny, and that was it. I finished the deck today trading that thing off because of the price.
Yeah.
And how low everything else was.
Right, and I'm gonna make it. So all I do is wait a couple of weeks, see if the thing will
But
drop.
what I am gonna say right now,
my next one.
what I'm gonna what I'm gonna say right now is, not all great games like that. Magic literally, when they cut new stuff off, there's still one mythic card that is still $35 when it first came out. It was only 17. The only reason why it went up is because Magic knew people were playing it, people were buying it. We're gonna increase the price so it doesn't get inflated. That's the only reason. But that's the department. So
Wrap up.
we're wrapping up.
Yes, we are.
So
Well, we got everything we needed off our chest.
yeah, so you guys leave something in the comments. If
like-
there's something you like hearing, or even give your thoughts and opinions on the subjects we talk about. No, where do you play? What's your issues? We would love to talk about it.
I think we should do that. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave comments, leave messages if you have topics you want us to talk about.
Make sure you hit that bell too.
Yeah, that bell, boy.
Yeah, you need to make sure that
notification.
Needs more cowbell.
I still can't believe the bell thing is a thing.
Hit that bell.
Maybe,
Yeah, I know, it's funny.
maybe that's our topic. No, wait, that's YouTube. Never mind. No, we try not to cross that line.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Just
only YouTubers got that
If
better.
you guys want us to talk about anything else, just say so, and we'll read the comments and we'll get on it.
Yeah,
So-
we'll give you guys a shout out. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll give you guys a shout out.
We might
and
think
we may
about
have
that.
Yeah,
We gonna think about the shout out.
Listen, he's new. He doesn't understand the finer things that's going on.
Where's
Yeah, I
my
know
water,
it don't.
boy?
Exactly.
I don't know.
All right, so let's do the round off.
All right, I am Dr. G, the alien, funky alien.
The funky alien.
I'm Revolver Sama.
I'm Playmaker, the time traveler.
For some reason, I'm the water boy, and I'm riding a seahorse.
And I am the traitor. Remember, villains always get the last laugh.
All right.
You're the Joker.
All right. Here we go. So, yes, it's an N. It's in.
Yeah. You guys make me drinking because of your shit.
Happy holidays, guys.
Shut the hell up.
Man, I gotta take a piss real quick.